I think for the past 7 days straight or so, something like that. And I am pumped up to give you guys more value in this video. We're going to talk about the affiliate marketing secrets that most gurus will not tell you. The real secret to success online when it comes to affiliate marketing. We're going to talk a lot about mindset stuff. We're going to talk a lot about health. I did cover a little bit about, mindset in the last video, but I really want to go deeper here with you guys because this is a subject that most affiliate marketers don't cover out there. You just see their screenshots of ClickBank earnings and screenshots of Stripe earnings and all kinds of stuff like that. But what are they actually doing behind the scenes when you're not watching? And it's those nuances, it's those things that are allowing these people to have success. So we're going to start by showing you guys some results because I know you always, love seeing some results. You love seeing that I'm actually practicing what I'm preaching. And this is a result of the invisible, the things that I do when you guys aren't live with me here, the things that I do in the morning when I wake up, the things that I do when I go about my day. I'm going to reveal some of those things, my daily method of operation within this video for you guys today. So wanted to quickly show you guys an income update. It's been a while since I actually showed you guys an update. So here we are in my Stripe account, and you can see from the 1st of March to the 7th, 2019, I've done $15,787.63. This is all profit, by the way, because this is all from organic advertising strategy. So to prove to you guys that this isn't just some random screenshot, we'll go ahead and we'll refresh here so you guys can see this is legit stuff. We can actually even go back to January. So from January, just in this one income stream, January 1st to March 7th, right? You can see that if we scroll down here, $88,690.77. And we're approximately, how many days are we into the year? If we go January, February, March, today's the 8th, right? That's 30, 60. Do not try and do this at home, guys. That's 30, 67 days, right? It should be 67 days. I always suck whenever I do math on camera. But we'll divide that by 67 days. And we've been averaging just in this one income stream, guys, just this one income stream, $1,323.74 a day, just from one source of income. I've got many other sources of affiliate marketing income. We can obviously log into my ClickFunnels account. We can log into, all kinds of different accounts. We can refresh here. So you guys can see that, multiple streams of income from leveraging this affiliate marketing business model. So 38 bucks Thursday, March 7th, Wednesday, $77, the past 7 days, 194, the past 30 days, 887, lifetime earnings, just under $20,000 at 19,000. So you guys see it, right? You see the proof right there. I'm doing big things in this industry, and you guys know, anybody that's been on my channel for a while, it's not to say, hey, look at me. You don't see Lamborghinis behind me. You don't see like an intro video of me traveling the world, and not that that's bad or anything like that, or you got my mansion in the background, right? I think it's all about how much money you keep, not how much money you make. I've made the mistake when I first started having success back in, big success back in 2015, I went around the world to Barcelona, Spain, to Colombia, South America, Panama, across the United States, Vegas, Florida. I did it all. And I pretty much spent everything that I made. And I realized that, when you first start experiencing making a lot of money, it can go as quick as you make it. And it's because you don't respect money, number one. You just expect that it's going to keep coming and coming and coming. And you don't realize that there are always ebbs and flows to business. There's great times, there's not so great times, but you have, somewhat control over that. So with that being said, you guys, I want to jump over here to the chat and see who we've got on so far. I I know that was kind of a long intro, but I want to welcome you guys to this live. We'll do some Q&A as always. Let's see, let me go to the events page over here. Live control room. It looks like we got about 11 people on right now. So I love the number 11. It's always good in my book. Start Funnels. What's going on, my man? Full Stack Fundamentals. What's up? Great to have you on, bro. Gilbert Gonzalez. How is it going tonight? It's going awesome, dude. I got my LaCroix right here. Just about gone. I'm going to need a little bit more water here in a second. So I'm just enjoying this amazing night. Finally, it's starting to look like it's spring outside, which I'm super excited about that. Liberty Believer, what's going on? Living Delightful, what's going on? You finally made it to my live. I love you guys. You loyal subscribers are always tuning in to my lives. Really appreciate it. So let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about the real secret to success with affiliate marketing, okay? It's not just, jumping on these lives and other people's lives out there on YouTube, other gurus, and gaining a bunch of knowledge. That's great and everything. But if you can't go out there and implement it and take action daily, then you're going to fall short of your dreams and your goals. You don't just want to watch, but of course you want to be taking action. And you don't just want to, look at the training that you're getting, because I know a lot of you guys are getting training out there. You're listening to so many different people, but you're struggling with the action part. Like, you don't have the energy to take action. You don't have the mindset. You've got limiting beliefs. You're telling yourself, I can't do this. I'm not worth being an expert. No one's going to listen to me. Who the heck, my parents never listened to me. So who the heck out there is going to listen to me? I don't think that I can bring value to the world. All these different BS things that we tell ourselves that keep us from success, those are the real things, guys. Those are the real things that we need to take care of. But before we even take care of the mental stuff, we need to take care of the physical stuff, because the mind and the body are aligned. Okay, if the body's having issues, the mind's going to have issues. If the mind's having issues, the body's going to have issues. So you notice when you have stress, you have anxiety, that always triggers in the mind, and it happens before you even are aware that it happens. And then you start getting shortness of breath. You're not taking deep breaths. You're, overanalyzing. You're rushing into things. You're being super critical about, bits and pieces and just things that are going on in your life. And then that result just shows up in your body, and you don't get any sleep. You don't have any energy. You can't think straight. And that just, builds on and on and on and on, day after day, week after week. And you wonder why there's so much good information out there on YouTube, but no one is really taking that information and taking action on it. And it's because they don't have their health right. They don't have their mental health right. They don't have their physical health right. You guys hear what I'm saying? So Gilbert says, when do we start the 0 to 10K? As I said, bro, we're starting it next Monday. Next Monday, you will see the first module in the group. It's going to be super cool. And of course, we're going to be covering a lot of this inside of the group in a lot more detail. So if you guys are not in my 0 to 10K challenge, you might want to consider it. This is for the elite. This is for people that are serious and not just curious. This is for people that truly are sick and tired of the status quo. They're sick and tired of working for somebody else, and they want to make a change. They're ready to do that. They're ready to invest in themselves. If that's you, it's for you, go ahead and click the link below in the description. It's going to be the first link. Hit me up on Messenger, my Messenger bot thingy. We'll get back to you. Yes, it is automated, so I can serve you guys at a higher level. So I'm not just doing messages and doing videos and managing Facebook groups and everything, but I can focus on what I'm good at and outsource the rest, and that is serving you guys. So that's why I've got an automated bot over there, so please don't be offended by it. It's there to help you and serve you. So if you want to check that out, you can in the description, okay? We've got Joel that says, the secret is there is no secret. Fail fast. Yes, that is part of the solution. Fail fast. But we're going to talk about the other solution tonight. Sup people, says Light Seeker. Somebody says they lost so much money with Shopify. I have no money for Facebook ads. Now I'm trying affiliate marketing instead. Part of the journey. The truth is you haven't quit yet. Those are the facts. Most people would have quit up to this point, Janice, but you're continuing to push on. Let's see. You have to get the growth mindset. Always work hard every day to get success. Love it, you guys. Dean De Guzman, welcome. Thanks for teaching. You're such a blessing to us. Appreciate that, my man. Tiffany Rice, what's going on? Mr. A is ready to do anything to earn online because I am effed up at my job. I hear you, brother. Yes, I still have to continue even after I lost $5,000. It's part of the journey. What did you learn from that, though? I know you learned something. Even though it was a failure, you still learned something from that, and you're not going to make the same mistake twice. So there's a point where it could be $10,000, it could be $5,000, it could be $200, it could be $20,000. But whatever that threshold is, the ROI is going to be bigger than the sacrifice. So you might have made a $30,000 sacrifice, which then turns into $30,000 a month income, which is pretty dang good, right? It's just you don't see that. You can't see the forest through the trees because all you're seeing is, shoot, I'm losing money right now. You're not able to see 8 months, 10 months from now on what you're doing as a result of that failure. And that's why you've got to stay in the game. Staying in the game is part of the battle and continuing to fight. If you guys are into sports like I am, there's been plenty of times my favorite team has been behind by 20, 30 points. They've came back and they've won the game because they continue to fight. Not only did they stay in the game, but they had hope. They persevered and they fought. And if you guys are willing to do that, you're going to see great rewards. So what are the kind of the concepts and ideas of this video I want to explain to you? What is it that these gurus are not telling you that's the real secret to success? It's two things. It's personal growth and it's health, whether that be mental health or physical health. If you're not focused on those two things every single day as the foundation, you will not succeed. You just won't. Just like a foundation holds a house, the foundation of your business is your mindset and it's your body. And if you're not taking care of those, the foundation is going to cave in and you're going to be in a very, very difficult situation. And so I've seen so many people, we talked about this yesterday, they're in desperation mode. I need to make money now. Where do I point? Where do I click? I work 15 hours a day, 20 hours a day. I don't have enough time to implement strategies into my business to watch another training video. Well, if you tell yourself you don't have time, you will never have time. The reason I bring this up is I had somebody approach me, I'm not going to mention their name, yesterday, and they mentioned this, and they're probably in a difficult situation. They're probably dealing with a lot of turmoil in their life. But here's the truth. No one cares about it. No one cares about your turmoil. No one cares about the fact that you're homeless. No one cares about the fact that you're struggling to put food on the table. Yeah, there might be communities that help, but at the end of the day, if we're talking about the world as a whole, most people do not care. So instead of relying on other people to change your situation for you, rely on yourself. You are the best asset that you have. You can control the outcome. When you work a day job, you can't control the outcome. Your boss controls the outcome. If something happens to the economy, you get fired, you don't control the outcome. Your boss is controlling the outcome. So in every situation, whether it's time, whether it's the workplace, you have to learn that you need to take personal responsibility for where you're at in your life right now. Where you're at in your life right now, what's around you is a result of what you've been doing day in and day out for the past few years. For a lot of people, that's difficult to take. And so when you acknowledge and you face the facts and you face that what you've been doing for the past few years is the income that you've created right now, is the house that you live in, and you take personal responsibility of that and stop blaming other people because you say that you have no more time in the day to implement in an online business, as long as you feed yourself with those excuses, you will fail again and again and again, my friend. When you come to me and you say, Josh, help me, help me, help me, I say, help me help you, because I can't do for you only what you can do for yourself. There's a quote that I live by that completely changed my life. Bob Proctor said this, and I think it was passed down from someone else, but he said, God can't do for you only what he can do with and through you. I'm going to say that again. God can't do for you only what he can do with and through you. So God has given you powers. He's given you life. He's given you whatever if you don't believe in God, a higher power, an energy source, has given you the ability to be able to be resourceful. He's given you an intellect, he, she, it, whatever energy you want to call it, has been given you an intellect that you can take, you can problem solve, you could be resourceful, and you have the ability to figure things out. So when you, number one, you take responsibility for your actions, for where you're at in life, for your shortcomings, and realize that your past does not have to equal your future, and that you can change your life right now. You can open a blank page and you can mark 1 on the first page and you can mark 64 on the second page. The page is blank. You don't have to be like everybody else and mark 1, 2, 3, 4. You can put whatever on that page that you want to, okay? Because that has yet to be written. But as soon as you write it in your mind, that's what it's always going to be. When I realized that I could literally create my dream future the way that I wanted it to be, and I was able to take those ideas in my mind and put them on paper and really believe in them and visualize them day in and day out, they started coming true. And it started with a process I'm going to lay out for you today. So back in, this was 2012, 2013, after failing and failing and failing in my online business, I didn't quit. I learned a lot of lessons, but I realized the same thing a lot of you guys will realize on this call. And that is, it's my fault that I'm failing. It's my responsibility to do something about it. I had the wrong mindset. I had the get rich quick mentality. I didn't want to put in work. I was looking for the push button system. And when I kept failing and failing and failing with all these systems, and I saw all these people succeeding, I finally looked myself in the mirror and I told myself that it was my own fault. If there's other people that are succeeding, they're doing something that I'm not doing. And whatever I'm doing isn't working. So I got to empty my cup and I got to fill my cup up with somebody else's stuff that is working. Because when you try and fill your cup up into somebody else's cup and you've got too much of what you've got, and they only got a little bit of what they've got to go and help you, you're not going to be able to be helpable. So what you got to do is you got to empty your cup completely, and you got to fill that cup up with what they've got, aka the guru, the person that has the results, that has the success. So what I implore you to do in this live is to just let go, be open to new ideas, be open to receiving, and you might find something, a gold nugget within this live that you might realize something about yourself that you didn't realize before. So again, I digress. Back in 2012, 2013, I was failing and failing and failing. And I finally said, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to pick a mentor. I'm going to do everything that that mentor tells me to do without fail. And the first mentor that I happened to come across that really changed my life from a mental perspective was a guy by the name of Bob Proctor. And he's been teaching personal development, I think, since the 70s. He actually owned a cleaning company, I think in the 50s and 60s, built that up to millions of dollars, went on, and this guy was broke. He was 26. He, worked at a fire station as a fireman, and he was just an alcoholic. All kinds of things were going on with him. And he came across a book called Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And that book completely changed everything for him. He would read that book every single day. And to this day, he's over, I think, 80 years old, and he still reads that book every single day. And every time you read a book, you don't find something that wasn't in there before. You find something that was in yourself that wasn't there before. And that's the power of reading. And that's the first thing that I want you to make a commitment to do, is to read. Read every day, study personal development, learn about yourself, learn about how the brain actually works and how the human body actually works. When you can understand yourself, you can sort of hijack yourself and hijack your thoughts and create thoughts for success, thoughts that serve you, and consistent thoughts that will eventually replace those old paradigms and those old bad habits. So one of the first things that I learned about the mind was the fact that there's two different parts of the mind, right? You can draw the body on paper. You can draw a human body, right? But can you draw the mind? What does the mind look like? Some people might draw a brain. Some people might draw a galaxy. We don't know, right? And so the brain kind of goes out of whack when you think of, like, what does the mind actually look like? So once Bob, drew this out for me, it changed everything for me. So you got two parts of the mind, right? You've got the subconscious mind, and then you've got the conscious mind, okay? So the conscious mind is up here. The subconscious mind is down here. The conscious mind doesn't really have the ability it has the ability to think, but it's not your programming. So your subconscious mind is going to be your programming. It's all the ideas, it's all the habitual programming that's been embedded in you since you were born. Whether it was beliefs about money, whether it was beliefs about religion that your parents gave you growing up, right? So when we're born, when we're a baby, our mind is completely wide open. We're forming our subconscious mind. By age 5, we pretty much got that subconscious mind formed. We got somewhat of a programming. We've got some beliefs. We can tell the difference between like good and bad, but that subconscious mind has been created in the eyes of our parents. So up to this point, you guys might notice that your paradigms, your thoughts, your embedded ideas have been given to you from your parents, right? And so these self-limiting beliefs that you have, like, I can't do it. My family's been poor. I can't make money. That's only for people that grew up in rich families. This is a lot of the stuff that we tell ourselves because our parents embedded those ideas into our mind. Whether we love them or not, they did that. They probably had our best interest at heart, but that's exactly what happened. And so you have to acknowledge, number one, a lot of these habits that we have, a lot of these thought processes that go on day in and day out that we're not even aware of, a lot of it is negative thinking. And so what you want to do is when you're going about your day, pay attention to what you're thinking about. Are you thinking about good things? Are you thinking about bad things? And once you become aware of what you're thinking, you're going to be more aware of what actions are taking place as a result of that thinking. So if you're always telling yourself, I can't do it, money's hard to come by, this is difficult, I don't deserve this person's better than me, then what you're thinking on the inside is going to reflect on the outside. And again, it's not even it's the identity that you created, but it's not you. You don't have to be your thoughts. Your thoughts, once again, are a multitude of habits, of ideas that occurred over a period of time that was eventually programmed into that subconscious mind. So we can call the subconscious mind like computer software, like the same software that's on this Mac. So what I could do on this Mac is I can install software, I can install new software, and you have the ability to do that too as well. So the power of the subconscious mind is it accepts everything. It doesn't have the ability to reject, whether you're like rejecting an idea consciously or not. It doesn't have the ability to do that. So if you're hanging out with negative people, you're hanging out with coworkers that are negative, family that's negative, friends that are negative, you will become a product of your environment, because all those ideas, all that repetition of being around those people and that negativity, you will become a product of that. And so what we need to do to change that is we sort of need to uninstall these old ideas, these old paradigms, and we need to install new paradigms into our subconscious mind. The way that we do that is we do it through the conscious mind, right? So the thought comes first in the conscious mind. And then through the repetition of that thought, through the repetition of that idea, it eventually goes from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind and becomes a part of our identity. But of course, that takes work. So you ask yourself, why have I failed in affiliate marketing, in online marketing up to this point? It's more than likely your paradigm. It's more than likely your habits. It's more than likely your subconscious mind. And so what you need to do is you need to change that. You need to realize that you're good enough. You need to realize that you are an expert. You need to realize that people will listen to you. You need to realize that money is in abundance and it's ever flowing. You need to realize these things. You need to start telling yourself these things, and not just telling yourself, but truly believing in it. It's not what you say to yourself over and over again. It's how you feel as a result of what you say. I could give you these motivational talks until I'm blue in the face, but if you guys don't actually believe in what it is that I'm saying, the result of what I'm saying is absolutely everything when it comes to you making a transformation. If you don't really internalize what I'm saying, you don't believe what I'm saying, you're just hearing it, but you're not listening, those are two different things. When you hear something, you hear it. When you listen with your emotions. Okay, and these are the same ideas that Bob Proctor taught me. And there is it's now free. It's his You Were Born Rich seminar. You can actually go to YouTube and type it in, You Were Born Rich. After this, I will link it in the description below. But I would watch that thing every single day, ever since 2013. And this is something that came out back in 1989. These ideas have been around. So I was born in 87. I wish my parents introduced this to me when I was 2 years old. You know, it would have probably changed the game even more for me. So learning these laws, these universal laws, and how we can literally attract what it is that we want in our life by understanding how the mind works is truly, truly powerful. And so because I realized that I had a bunch of garbage and an old MS-DOS software programming in my subconscious mind, I knew that I had to change that. And so what I started doing is I would drive around every single day, a half hour to work, and I would listen to the You Were Born Rich seminar. And then I would drive home and I would listen to the You Were Born Rich seminar. So 30 minutes there, about 45 minutes back because of traffic. And then I would even fall asleep to it. And then I would wake up and I'd listen to it again, the next segment. And I would repeat that over and over and over and over and over again until I realized, I remember 2014, or yeah, 2014, the summer of 2014, right before I quit my job. I remember waking up one morning and I was just like, something inside me changed. Like, I believe I can do this. I can do this. Like, this is real. This is possible for me. But it was that journey of focusing on building myself, building my self-worth, building my self-esteem, changing my paradigm, going from the short-term thinker to the long-term thinker, focusing less on desperation and greed and, just all those negative thoughts, and focusing more on abundance and possibilities and enlightenment and all these different things. And it sounds hokey pokey, right? Like when you when you first hear it, it sounds kind of crazy. But when you experience it for yourself, it takes on a whole different meaning. So I would urge you to watch that seminar every single day, and you're going to learn. It's a 10-hour, believe it or not, it's a 10-hour, I think like 4-day seminar. And he covers pretty much everything, and this is free out there on YouTube, everything you really need to know to have the mindset for success. There is a science to getting rich. There is a science. There's a formula. And Bob Proctor lays it out there so beautifully. I want you guys to check that out. So once I realized that I needed the right mindset, I started developing the right mindset. Eventually, that got me to a certain point. After that point, I realized I needed to start taking care of myself. I needed to make sure that I was going to the gym every single day. I needed to make sure that I was, putting good food in my body. I needed to make sure that I was hydrating, which I probably could have even hydrated better today. Because when you put yourself in state to be productive, then you just do it. You don't have to really force yourself as much to get things done because you're already in state. One of my mentors said to get energy, right? To have energy, in other words, you have to go get energy, which means you have to go expend energy. You have to put energy out in the universe, whether you're lifting weights, doing dumbbells, you're running, to get energy back. So when you're done with the workout, you have all those positive endorphins going through, your blood and your veins. Then, you tend to be more productive in your business. You tend to be more clear. You want to do more things that you wouldn't have otherwise. And so it's like this snowball effect of taking action. You get results. When you get results, you want to take more action. And then on top of that, when you're working out at the gym, you get more energy. And so it starts feeding itself. You start getting energy in your business through money that's coming to you. You start getting energy at the gym, and you just get this firestorm that's working for you, and you continue to produce and produce and produce. And that's sort of what's happened to me over the course of the past few months. Is it's the things that are going on behind the scene. It's what I'm doing in the gym. It's the foods that I'm putting in my body. It's the people that I'm listening to. It's the audios. It's the right, YouTube content. You're like, what are you doing every day when you wake up? Are you getting hit in the face by your mobile device and the Facebook news feed or Instagram? Is that giving you brain fog? Do you realize, oh my gosh, I started working on my business at 9 and now it's 12 and I haven't gotten anything done? It's because you're not starting your day right. You're not starting your day to gain energy, whether it's listening to inspirational music or a Tony Robbins video for 20 minutes or that Bob Proctor video, right? That always puts me in state to want to produce. And, even working out adds, again, fuel to that fire. So you need to start thinking strategically about everything that you're doing in your life and asking yourself, is this getting me closer to my goals or away from my goals? Is eating that Domino's pizza, honestly, man, is that getting you closer to your goals, or is it draining your energy? So when you're done, hey, it tasted great, you're satisfied, but do you want to put any work? Right? Like, you guys know what it's like to digest like a big pizza or a bunch of carbs. You're just like, you're kind of brain dead. You don't want to do anything. But when you're putting things in your body that give you fuel, that give you energy, you're going to go in your business and it's going to be that much easier. You're going to think clearer. You're going to come up with strategies you didn't come up with before. You stop partying on Friday, because what happens is what most people do. They go out on Friday night. They drink a bunch. They get drunk. Then by maybe next Tuesday, Wednesday, because it takes a couple days to clear the brain fog, to rehydrate, to get your mind back. And if you're in your early 20s, it's probably a lot easier for you, but I promise you it's going to catch up with you. And then by Wednesday, Thursday, you're getting clarity back, and you got like 1 or 2 days of production, and then Friday, it's Friday again. You're going to go out and drink. And then the cycle repeats itself again and again and again. And that's another reason why you're probably failing. So like, how are you setting up your mind for success? How are you setting up your body for success? If you're not doing any of these things, guys, it's probably the reason why you're failing. And it's not because of Facebook ads. It's not because of your email open rates. You know, if you were spent less time partying on Friday nights and more time focusing on building yourself and your business, you're going to be a lot more successful. So you've got to make the decision, like you have to be all in with this or not in it all. If you're all in with this, it means, okay, maybe you can have 1 drink, 2 drinks a week. I rarely ever drink. You know, I used to, like to drink a little bit more, but I realize it's so funny. Whenever I drink less, my income goes up. You know, and I actually became aware of this by Sam Ovens. He's a guy that like helped me realize this. I'm like, holy crap. Like I looked at my own life. I'm like, the worst months that I had online were months where I was not putting the right things in my body. So think about these things, you guys. Become more self-aware of what you're doing. Why are you doing it? Why are you scrolling through the Instagram news feed right now? What are your goals? Like if you're not clear on what your goals are, then like what you're doing right now, you're kind of just going to be flailing off in the wind, like just doing whatever, becoming a victim of life. But if you've got a clear goal, you can now filter and ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now getting me closer to that or further away from that? Okay. So everybody's different when it comes to health, of course, too, like what foods to put in your body. Everybody's different. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not going to tell you what to eat and what not to eat, but you should test different foods and, find out which foods make you feel better and which foods make you feel like crap. A lot of people are just like getting on these keto, fad diets, intermittent fasting, whatever. They all can work, but what works for you? Just like you got to test in your business, you got to test in your health as well. So find the foods that give you energy. Find out what the best eating schedule is for you. Eat a few small, 5 small meals a day I found. High protein, lower carbs, mid fat, like that's good for me. You guys might be different. So, it's all about production for me, everything that I do in my life. I now have a food delivery service. By the way, I think my food just got here, believe it or not. They delivered it tonight. I think it's on my doorstep. But I did that because I didn't want to spend all this time cooking, because I know my value. I know how much I'm worth every single hour. So if I can spend less time cooking and focusing on that and then cleaning up, doing dishes, all that stuff, that takes a lot of time, an hour, And like thinking about what I'm going to eat, when I'm going to eat it, I just hired a food delivery service. I just put all the food in my refrigerator. I know when to eat, what to eat. I know the calorie, the macro breakdown, everything. And so I'll let you guys know how that goes, but I'm super excited for that. And that's kind of where I want to end this video for you guys today. I want to take some questions. If you guys have any questions, I hope you guys, got some value out of this. I hope it wasn't too boring. I know this is like the stuff where it's like, okay, Josh, we get it, but it's the most important stuff. It really is. It really is. And I remember listening to a video just like this and saying, nah, man, what's the secret? Still give me the secret. There's not a secret, you guys. The secret is already inside of you. It's already there. You've just got to take all this energy, this God-given energy, and you've got to use it and use it wisely. I said, I love it. Wow, drink less, grow rich. Living Delightful says the answer for me is always kale. Gotta love kale. Jeff says you are a good public speaker. I appreciate it, man. I don't consider myself to be a great public speaker, but I'm always my worst critic in each and every one of my videos. So I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot. William says I quit drinking other things so I can make this work. Awesome, my man. Jeff Turner says you cannot fail forever. Living Delightful says that was the old me. I think it was the old all of us. William, great to have you on, dude. If I didn't say that already. Cool, you guys. I hope you're getting value from this. I hope you got value from this. Do you guys have any questions? Anything maybe I can go over, like any daily rituals that I do? If you guys have any questions whatsoever, I'm trying to work on the whole meditating thing. I haven't gotten on board with that quite yet. I know I could become better at meditating. That would bring my business to a whole new level, and even stretching. If I could stretch more, that's probably my biggest problem is stretching. Stretching is one of the best things that you can do first thing in the morning. Never go straight to your computer first thing in the morning, by the way. Living Delightful says, this was awesome. Appreciate it. Much love. William, thank you. Rethaniel, can you explain how to set up a bridge page? That is an awesome question. And you got my word, next live, one of the next lives, or one of my next videos, I will go over that, definitely. I think I actually have a video in that of that from last year in my channel. So if you just go to my channel and type in bridge page, you should be able to find it. And if you guys want to learn how to build an affiliate marketing business from nothing, from zero, you want to start generating income full-time, working part-time with, starting with about 1 to 2 hours a day, which is very possible. Feel free to check out the links in my description below. You can check out my Inner Circle program. You can check out how to get access to my Inner Circle program for free by checking out my bonuses below. So you want to check that out. And if you want to be a part of this full case study where I'm building a brand new business from nothing, yes, I'm going from zero to $10,000 a month, and I'm documenting the whole entire thing. If you guys want to be a part of that process, then I would highly recommend by being a part of the seed launch. So I haven't even launched this yet. It's going to be launched on Monday, and you guys are going to watch me just like a reality TV show. I'm going to show you what I'm doing in the morning. I'm showing you what I'm doing in the day. You're going to learn all about, tons more about this mindset stuff, exactly what I study, how I study it. It's going to be a vlog of how I'm building a business, essentially, and you guys will get access to all of that. So if you want access to it, go ahead and click that first link in the description if you want to be a part of that 0 to 10K challenge. Also got a link to my top recommended system. Been using that since November of 2018, still using it today, working incredibly well. Did over 100 grand in 80 days. Of course, that's no guarantee that you're going to get the same results. Of course, it's mindset, right? It's eating the right food. It's putting in the right work. Because I've done those things day in and day out, I've generated, 6 figures in 80 days, which is like awesome. Super excited to be able to bring that type of, experience and value to you guys. Yep, start Monday, Gilbert says. He says start today, not Monday. So that'll be Monday. It's not going to be on this channel, by the way. This is going to be a whole separate project. If you want access to it, it's not going to be free. It's not going to be cheap. I know Gilbert can tell you that, but it's going to be incredibly worth it. If you want to jump on the phone with me or one of my coaches, we can see if you're a good fit. There's, that first link in the description below. You can feel free to check it out. Sharon says, I really enjoyed it. I've been working on my subconscious mind, how you talk about this. It is law of attraction. So many different ways you can talk about law of attraction, right? I like the scientific perspective of it. I guess it's just a way that I understand really well. So Monday morning, night, it will be Monday throughout the day. So if you want access to that, want to make it clear, it won't be on this channel. It's going to be hidden in a membership site for these students that are inside the program. Cool, you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, making this for you. This is a subject that I don't cover enough. It's a subject that I'm really passionate about. So I hope you take the concepts, the ideas, you go implement it, go and look at Bob Proctor's stuff. It's incredible. He's done amazing work. He's changed my life, and so I owe it to him to pass down his information down to you guys. Take care. Have a great night. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Please don't be stingy. Tick the bell icon to be notified of all other videos that I upload when I upload them. And give me a like. Give me a bunch of likes, you guys, if you are enjoying the value. And we'll see you guys in the next video. We'll see you in the next live. Take care.